Hi, guys, and welcome to The T. My name is Marcus J. Cook, and I am creator and co host of The T. Now, it's always been my vision to have a show that was geared towards the LGBT community, but relatable to everybody as me and my friends get together to talk about our views on relationships, on politics, on religion, on music, and more, with a little bit of tea thrown in for good measure. Now, I knew I could absolutely not have this show without inviting three of the most amazing people that I know, and I'd like to take the time to introduce you to them, starting with our resident intellectual on all things profound, Raymond.
How you doing?
Now, I consider myself a jack of all trades. I know a little bit of something about everything, but I knew we needed a total entertainment buff, someone who knew about music, about performances, about TV shows, and the history of all of that. I needed my good homeboy, Dwyane Alexander.
What's good?
Now, after being in the room with this next co-host for about 5 minutes, I knew he had to be a part of the project. In fact, when I was telling Dwyane about everybody like to be involved, I said I needed somebody outrageous like this guy. He said, well, if outrageous was a person, it would be Jesse Bruce. What's good, Jesse?
Hi.
So how y'all doing today, man?
Good.
All right, man.
Yes.
I'm here.
Ready.
Yeah. So I'm excited. This has been a dream project, and we finally got it going. Yeah.
Yeah, we finally here.
Yeah.
We here now.
We
Good.
made it.
Y'all excited? Y'all nervous?
Both.
Yes,
Both.
man.
Both.
It's okay.
I'm just ready for the read.
So,
Okay.
I can't put an act on.
I
So
can't be
listen.
shady.
now that we have got the introductions out the way, I want to really hop right into it. Okay. So, Dwyane Wade made headline news earlier this week as he opened up to Ellen about his son, Zion. Zion, who is 12 years old, has come out as transgender and would like to now be referred to as she pronouns. She also would like to be called Zaya. Now, this has caused a controversy on social media with people applauding and commending Dwyane Wade and Gabrielle Union as they take this journey of self-discovery with Zaya. On the other hand, other people, including Boosie Badass, a rapper from Baton Rouge, Louisiana,
Boosie boo.
has said that Dwyane Wade has gone too far, that Zaya is too young. I want to know what our panel thinks about this. Do you guys think that Zaya is too young? Do you guys commend D-Wade for being a good father? Like, what are your thoughts?
I mean, I commend him on allowing his daughter to be who she wants to be. I mean, I commend him on that.
So what are your thoughts on Zaya?
I mean, my thoughts on Zaya, she's 12 years old. And I mean, I think she has the right to know who she wants to be or who she feels that she is, and no one should suppress it for her.
Now, I know this is a touchy subject, but I really want us to be honest and just open up.
Well, I want to applaud Gabrielle Union because, not to my knowledge, remember her saying she really didn't too tough care for the homosexual lifestyle. So for her to have a child and to be accepting of her child's decision and also, push her child forward to be happy, I commend her on that also too.
It shows for me a new narrative on Black parenting, whereas a lot of us grew up. Your mom and your dad told you, "You're gonna do this. You're gonna be this. You're gonna have a family of kids," and it's like for us growing up LGBT or whatever, it was always kind of like, "Oh, I'm different," and like I can't tell them that ain't what I want. Does it make sense?
Yeah, very much.
I mean, it's also you have to realize this, that when you're different and you perceive yourself different before everybody else realizes you're different, what goes on in your head is your perception is completely different than theirs.
Yeah.
So it's like that level of acceptance you get, because we all came out in a sense. So that level of acceptance you got before when you were in the closet, compared to coming out to somebody who really matters, and keep in mind somebody who matters, like your parents, your family, coming out to them. I see it would have made a lot of things, just taking it personally, it would have made a lot of things easier in my life.
Well, see, and those are the comments online that I've been seeing. Is everybody talk about Zaya is too young to know who she is.
Yeah.
But
Well,
I don't think she's too young to know who. Like,
Not at
come
all.
on now, 13 is 12 years old is one age away from 13. She's almost a teen.
Right.
Like, I remember being in third grade knowing exactly who I was. I brought a little girl who looked like me. Like, I thought we had the same complexion, same kind of hair. I brought her to my mom's car. to meet my mom because I thought we looked alike. I was like, yo, like we look like she should meet my mom. When I went to my mom's car and introduced her, I walked her back to her car. When I got back, my mom was like, "That was one of your little girlfriends?" And I was like, "No, Mom, gay." No, I said, "Mom, I like boys." And that was, to me, I was like, that was my coming out. Like, I was in the 3rd grade. I don't know how old you be in the 3rd grade. I think maybe 9. But I knew who I was.
Yeah.
So to say that Zaya is too young to know who she is, to me, I think that they're confusing sexual attraction or sexual orientation with gender identity, and those are two separate things.
Like, you have some people right now that's going on that believe that, okay, if this is what they want to do, that's fine. If you want to, whatever you want to be identified as, you can be identified as whatever, but some people are saying you can't even buy alcohol until you're 21. Mm-hmm. You can't even buy cigarettes. And like right now, what's going on in the House, they got Representative Wes Allen, he of Troy, him and Senator Shale Trustfield. They actually trying to sponsor a bill that actually is going to be called the Vulnerable Child Compassion and Protection Law. They don't want anybody to try to transition any type of medical pills or anything until a person is 19 years of age.
Well, I think that's perfect. Yeah,
but also, if I feel like that's geared towards transgender. Let's talk about just the fact that with transgender, there's a surgery that happens. So let's also not just sit there and stop this transgender from getting whatever surgery and hormones. Let's stop those little 17-year-old girls buying new titties. Like, let's stop that type of stuff to like all across the board. If you're not old enough to get those surgeries, if you're not old enough to make those decisions, because I'm thinking back just in my own life. At one time, I thought I was completely into this. Mm-hmm. And then I turned 20 and I didn't like that type of guy anymore.
Right.
And then I turned 30 and then it's like, oh, I like a lot more than I thought I liked. Does it make sense? Yeah.
I am back at that age, I'm definitely not that person. And now that I think about it, I would have hated to done or went to the extreme with something and had to live with that at this point.
Yeah.
Right. And Zaya's actually very lucky because stuff like that back in our day was kind of unheard of. So for her to have her parents support her the way they support her is really great because you don't get that everywhere you go.
Well, let me ask you a question. Now, this is something I really want. I want to know the tea. So let's take about Zaya. So listen, Zaya, this has been very public. Mm-hmm. Like when they got Zaya nails done, it was very public. When they went to the gay pride parade, it was very public. We taking pictures, we videotaping. Dwyane Wade is not working. Gabrielle Union is not working. Do we think that they are really putting together a reality show or looking for a reality?
They still got.
They might got money, but they want more money.
They still got
money.
But
they got a couple of coins, I'm sure.
But this is life, though. Is this not life?
I think all that's cute with going to gay pride and doing all this extra kind of carrying on. But the concern is, why did it take someone that's close to you for you to start being an advocate or for you to want to start? How do you really feel about this thing? Because gay pride has been going on since before Zaya came about. I mean, so it ain't nothing new. And they've been in this industry for a long time. They know what's going on. They ain't supported it before.
Right.
But now all of a sudden, magically.
Well, I mean, they do have a child, so of course they want to support their child and, try to be there for them. And also, I guess they're trying to, embrace the culture of gayness
and a lot
for their child.
I mean, I get that.
I'm saying, look out for the reality show, The Wave.
Well, a lot of times
it's coming. I believe it.
Well, it might be
I watch. I would.
I don't want to watch it.
They had the other one, what was it called? Jasmine?
I Am Jazz.
I Am Jazz. Yeah, they had one before.
See, I'm telling y'all, watch.
I mean, it might be something great. Maybe they can get with Shaquille. Is that Shaquille O'Neal's son?
Magic Johnson.
Magic Johnson.
And that, to me, that was a prime example.
Rich people problem. They don't have nothing to do with that. We ain't got no money.
That was my prime example. Like with EJ, what happened with EJ was it wasn't so public. Like we saw EJ as a little kid, and the next time we saw EJ when he was an adult, we saw him in what he's doing now. I don't know what kind of pronouns.
Butch Queen dressed in pants.
I don't know what to call it.
What did they call that style?
Fashion. It's fashion now. I'm telling them what they say.
It's called rich people problem.
We used to read for that back in the day. You got on makeup and no weed.
Listen,
you used to get
they called it cunt or something, right?
It ain't about that.
Okay. Well, they don't call it cunts no more.
Absolutely not.
So I got one last question on this topic. and I want everybody to answer this.
Oh, Lord.
If your child came to you and said, Pops, I'm 12 years old and I identify as transgender. I'm not gay. I know what gay is. I am transgender. What would be your response to your child? Jesse Bruce.
Jesus.
In question and answer.
I mean, my response to my child is like, live your life, because that's the response I was told. Hey, I'm gay. I like me. Okay, live your life. Just you that got to deal with it. That's you that got to come with. Because any choice you make, I think that's what we don't teach children. Like, whatever choice you make, there's a road that leads you. And then a lot of times, like, my mom just told me to live my life, period. Like, if I'm going to do this, commit to it. Don't half-ass it. Don't be ashamed of it. Because the way I was brought up, as soon as somebody realizes that something bothers you or you're ashamed of it, they're going to use that to pick and everything else. And, like, just growing up knowing, I think I wish I had came out younger, like while I was in high school, because it would have made high school a lot easier. Because I remember being in high school knowing doggone well I was gay, but if you called me gay, we gonna fight. Like, we gonna have problems. We gonna get into it. Because you're not gonna put that on me before I realize or before I decide that's the route I want to go.
Yeah.
So in that sense, I do agree with the way they're going, because it's so many people that I know that aren't even living their real life, their true life, even in their 30s.
Agreed.
Gay or straight, period. They're not living their true selves, their true life, and they're miserable. They're not happy. They're committing suicide. They're killing everybody else. So I feel like, in a sense, it does happiness in your own self-fulfillment. If that's what Zaya is doing that for, congratulations. And then, a lot of times, like, we don't realize it's a problem until it makes us uncomfortable.
Mm-hmm.
You don't realize that this is an issue until it's made for you. Does it make sense?
It does. Brandon. Pops, I'm gay. Well, I'm not gay. I'm transgender, Pops.
Well, first of all, I would laugh. They're like, so you what? But then I would be supportive. And, I would make sure that, number one, let them know that I love them and I'll be there for them. But be prepared for the rest of the world, too. Not only by you being a black man and also want to be a transgender black man, you're going to go through a lot of, tribulations with people on the outside of your community and people also on the inside of your community. So make sure you have a strong and level head and never let nobody hold you back from being who you are, even me.
Ramon, Pops, I'm transgender.
Our first question that I probably me know, I'm like, okay, well, what you mean? That's like Brandon said, like, what you mean? You know what I'm saying? But it's kind of hard. I mean, because I haven't really been ever put in that position. So how I would really feel, I couldn't give an answer, but I would think that I would want to say the politically thing would say I would be okay. But I don't know what parent, sometimes will, and sometimes not even about the child. It's about they know the hardships that come along is going to come along, and they love you enough. They don't even really want you to go through anything, like that. And then I see a lot of times the parents be okay, or the parents accept the child. But now when the child done told their parent, now you want to come and everything, bringing all your friends and bringing everybody to the house and all y'all partying and dressed up and all this kind of stuff. And the parent has to accept the child. They don't have to accept the friends. And I think that's what brings the friction a lot of times with people.
I agree. So if my child came to me and said, I'm transgender, first of all, I want that person to know, or my child to know, that I love and accept them regardless. But my first thing is, let's see where your emotional state is. I want to go to counseling, especially at 12 years old. Mm-hmm. Like, you 12, you having these feelings. Let's talk to a counselor. Let's address the issue. Now, what we're not going to do is we're not going to have no surgeries. If you want me to call you by female pronouns, cool. I'm good with that. If you want to change your name, I'm good with that. But what we're not going to do is make any drastic decisions until you're 18, because my job as a parent, first and foremost, is to prepare you to be the best you possible. Yeah. And that's what I would want to do with my child. So that's our stance on the issue. I want to say, Zaya, good luck to everything you got going on. Dwyane Wade, congratulations for being an awesome dad and accepting your child. And Gabrielle Union, my sister, keep fighting the good fight. We see you. The Wade's coming to Logo. We're gonna move on to our next topic. What's happening in current events, man?
Well, right now, I'm really excited to bring this to the table, especially with Black History Month coming to an end just so recently. Now, 65 years after 14-year-old Emmett Till was lynched in Mississippi. Now, if anybody who don't know who Emmett Till was, Emmett Till in 1955, a 14-year-old black male was brutally tortured and lynched in Mississippi for supposedly being accused of whistling and grabbing a white woman. Okay. Now, this is 2020 now. Now, we finally got a bill. Finally got a bill that was introduced by Illinois Representative Bobby Rush. Now, Bobby Rush also lives in Chicago, and the district that he's over is actually where Emmett Till home was. Now, they submitted this bill. The Senate passed a bill that's virtually exactly to this bill that Representative Rush had, but it's not under Till's name. And it's already been approved by the Senate. They're just waiting on President Trump to actually go ahead and approve it. Because now they're saying that it's bigger than just Emmett Till as well, because over 4,000 people, mostly African Americans, have been lynched here in America. 4,000. So hopefully we can not only get justice for Emmett Till, but also for other victims that have been in this sort of situation. It gets real sad. For me, the problem is, why are we talking about lynching in 2020?
I mean, well, the way government works is, I'll pass a rule or a law for something. So now we done voted on it, we can pass it. So like, let's say they said, okay, anybody over the age of 12, if you commit a crime, you're going to prison. Then they realize, that might be too harsh to put those kids in there. But y'all done already passed this bill. So now y'all have to go back and put something in there to say, that was wrong. Because from my understanding, I think once you put something in there, you can't really take it out. You can only amend it. Yeah. So it's like you have to go and amend this and amend that. But like Alabama, just us, we have so many laws that have not been amended. Like there was a one time, was it no spitting on Sundays or some stupid
breaking dishes? It was no breaking dishes on Sundays.
On Sundays, stuff like that. Like what? Like yeah. So it's like
that's my favorite song by Rihanna, breaking dishes.
No, not on Sundays.
So this crime right here, though, what they're talking about for Emmett Till, then you can get up to life or a fine or both. So it's actually a federal crime. It's considered as a hate crime. So it's something very serious.
But they should have been taken.
Well, we should have been. That's what they've been trying this for 120 years. And they've been trying to get all kind of things. They've been sending stuff to the House, and people just don't really care about it. And even with this bill, 410 to 4, that means somebody didn't even vote. That means that somebody is still for lynching. This just lets you know what we still going on with now.
And that's why I say, like, to me, it is 435 members of the Congress that votes. Only 414 people voted. And out of those 414 that voted, 4 of them voted to keep lynching. So I'm just like, for the people who didn't vote, like, what is going on with you? Like, where's your mindset at? And the people who said no, what are your reasons why? To me, it definitely speaks to the secret racism, the secret bigotry, the secret prejudice that permeates the exoskeleton of the United States. Now, I don't want to be the antagonist to this story because I can be. But I want to say this bill is definitely a step in the right direction to make amends with Black folk who feel tattered, battered, and bruised by the government. Yeah. But for me,
feel that way, though?
You know, I feel like it's time for a whole new everything. Whenever I vote for a president, and Super Tuesday is coming up, you guys, so go vote.
Go vote. Please click around. Post it on Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat. Whatever y'all use.
Whenever I'm looking for a president, the only thing that I keep thinking whenever we get to this time is whose legacy is it going to be to rewrite a new constitution? Yeah. Like this constitution was made so long ago, been amended 27 times to your point. Yeah. So it's like we need a fresh new everything. Like throw out all of that old stuff, bring in something new. Like I don't even want the Star Spangled Banner to be our national anthem.
You want to take the song away?
Like, America the Beautiful would do just fine. It is not offensive. Like we need a new everything that encompass who we are, because half of the stuff that's going on with the United States or how we feel is because of the history and the long history that we have of being at odds.
Yeah, we're at odds.
So if we get something new that encompasses what's going on or how everybody feels in today's society, I feel like it would make
But what is that gonna take though? I mean,
Same. It has to be
just
wanted,
somebody
like,
with a vision,
but
right?
it has to be
Somebody with a
wanted
vision.
across the board. Like it can't be.
But I think the whole issue is that most people, when it comes to vote, they only think about voting for the president, part of the mayor, the
or only
governor.
Democratic or only Republic.
Right. But the thing about it is, those are really the people who make the decision. We talking about your people who running for your city council, for your district, your aldermen. You know what I'm saying? Your people who sit on the Senate, the people your congressmen and congresswomen. Those are the people that's really writing the bills, and those are the people that's supposed to be innovative because they're thinking of all of this and taking it to the people. So, but most people only think, oh, the president, yeah, he can approve a bill, and if he don't like it, he can veto the bill at the end of the day. But he don't really make the laws. So we have to really educate individuals on go out and vote for things in your local city. Most people don't go out and vote for that.
Or not only that, vote for what cares for you because what I realized was,
everything should care.
Yeah, but like when we were growing up, like we were I was kind of raised, I'm gonna speak for me. I was raised, vote Democrat, vote for this person, vote for that person. And it's like, then I got older, I started being able to research, like, whoa, she Democrat, but she ain't.
It's not what I believe.
This is not what I believe. And it's like, oh, he Republican, but we think alike. So it's like I used to just Democrat, push the thing on in. Like now I go like, okay, yes, no, yeah. Like I have to go through. I also feel like one thing I think they need to do is make it where when you actually read the ballot, read what these laws are changing, put it in like idiots terms or like politics for dummies. Cause like when you go and read that, like compared to like, it's been plenty of times I've gone in and knew what I was voting for, like what article are we gonna change.
But they have meetings.
And then you get in there though and you read it and it's like, whoa, this ain't worded like I read it. Like, does it make sense?
But they have meetings that's open to everybody to come with different situations. People just don't go. And you can get the layman terms.
And you don't have to do all that. You got a phone. That same phone you get on with Snapchat and Instagram. You can Google what you need to know. So I feel like a lot of it is just...
You can also go to YouTube.
That too. But I also got this understanding that at the end of the day, like, no matter what president we got, Republican, Democrat, like, I still got to go to take my ass to work. Like, ain't none of them going like, here, free money. And that's what I really want. I want free money. I want y'all to get free health care.
Oh, so you're going for Bernie Sanders.
I want weed legal all across the board.
So
all the states, all 51 of them.
Bernie Sanders trying to get that. You sound like Bernie Sanders. Bernie Sanders trying
and there's also nothing worse than someone that complains about things need to change, but they don't want to get up their butt and go vote. Yeah, we all know someone that sit here and talk about every gas prices, the weed need to be legal, all this extra stuff, but won't go vote for nothing.
And African Americans, your vote really does count.
We did. As you see, they're pandering for it. They want it. They need it.
Does. And if you're excited about Emmett Till, you should be excited to go out there and vote. If you want to take this stance as African American and don't call me the N-word and do this and do that, go out and vote. Exercise what your ancestors that you're fighting for, that you don't want to be called that name because of what they went through. Go out and take it. Take it.
And then I don't even vote for me. I vote for people who can't vote. I vote for all my friends that I know are felons that can't vote. All my, family members that are felons that I cannot vote, whose voices are unheard. Because a lot of times what ends up happening, the people who vote are not the ones that really are affected. It's the people who don't vote who,
well, the enthusiasm
get the short
was
end.
stronger. When Obama was trying to be president, you had the churches, they was getting the vans coming to your house. They really pushed it, and we saw that really worked. But I'm just happy for Emmett Till's family. They probably can now get some type of closure. Yes. At least know a bill. Because they got bills for everybody else. Natalie Holloway, all them folk got bills.
But once again...
I remember them showing us that image.
Sarah Palin, she got a bill. But I'm just saying, it's good that this is actually coming about.
Agreed.
Yeah.
I remember them showing that image in class of Emmett Till after they discovered his body, and his mom requested for the casket to be open so to work and see what they did to her son. Yeah. That image stuck in my mind. And as a fifth grader, maybe 10, 11 years old, that gave me nightmares.
For the longest, when we were growing up, you actually saw the image of him hanging.
Right.
They saw all that, whoa.
Right. That's a lot. So
you were just mentioning about about free marijuana. And you mentioned something about changing laws. So, Alabama has just passed a bill to make medical marijuana legalized.
Legalized, yeah.
So my thing is, there are so many states that already have legalized medical marijuana, but retroactively, we have so many people, especially growers, who are in prison for life for growing weed. And they have not retroactively looked back at those people and say, you know what, now our state is making billions of dollars off the same product that we have imprisoned these people for. Free Junebug.
Before we said that it could
free KK and free Cupcake, because Cupcake was just trying to provide for her kids.
And free Mammy.
Listen, that's all I'm saying.
Right.
Go ahead. He was trying to make a point. He don't want no free Cupcake. Cupcake got to be free.
Cupcake got to be free.
If the government is going to make money off of medical marijuana.
Cupcake did what she knew that she wasn't supposed to be doing. Now Cupcake in jail. Now everybody don't want to talk about. Now it ain't about the law. Everybody was just talking about the law. But now when it comes to Cupcake, because she's somebody who gave your mama turkey when we didn't have no. Gave my mama turkey when we didn't have no food.
And
now she the queen of the hood. No, Cupcake, we appreciate you, but like everybody else, for any crime, you got to do the time.
So, now the government
do the time.
Now the government is the dealer, and now it's okay.
Now, just like for a lot of things, assault charges and different things. Now you get 3 to 6 years. It was some people in 1975 got 40 years for the same thing. Somebody now, we ain't fighting for them because guess what? We don't care because it ain't Cupcake.
We've been fighting for them, but as you stated, the bill to not lynch people just got changed in 2020.
Because we got so many murders of all these parents. The boy done broke into the mama, the people's house and everything, done beat the folk. They shot and killed the boy. Oh, they didn't have to do him like that. Man, he broke the law.
Cupcake, I got you.
No Cupcake.
We changed the bills right here.
Girl, what we tell you.
I'm going to send you something in the mail. Get you an extra cup or something. I don't know how y'all do it. But I'll do that for you. But when you come out, it's going to make you a better person.
But you got... Come on now. Life for growing weed.
Well,
that's not cool.
I mean, but the thing about it is, you know,
and 3 years for a murder.
But you know the chance you taking when you do it.
That's why we run. When they pull up, you do what?
But that means
they're gonna shoot you in the back.
But that gives me most people in jail are very intelligent people. They would die. Cupcake, you ain't dumb. Cupcake, I know you ain't dumb. Your problem is you ain't got no patience because intelligent people. You know how to make things work, and you just don't want to go through the red tape. Why do I got to do A, B, C, D, and E just to get to F? I know a way I can go straight to F. But you know the other steps you got to take. And that's the whole problem.
But we're not going to talk about the systemic racism that made Cupcake start selling weed in the first place.
Well, what racism,
to take care of her kids.
But what racism got to do about her going out and selling weed?
It's systemic.
White people sell weed. Black people sell weed. All minorities, Asians, they smoking weed through rice or something, whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You said through rice.
No, they do stuff like that for real.
Okay.
It wasn't nothing like that. But we got, at some point, we got to stop trying to use the racism to work for our advantage. That's all we do.
It's a real thing.
I mean, it is real.
But this doesn't bother y'all that something can be legal in California. Now we all, what is it? One nation, under God, indivisible, all that other bullshit.
So they say.
So they all that other bullshit that them old white men with them tall hats had wrote down on their piece of paper. Then all of a sudden he is. All of a sudden he is. You can smoke weed in California, but you can't smoke weed in Inslee. I don't like it. It's not fair.
I don't like stuff like that.
I don't
like
it's not fair.
And then they want to call it gentrification.
Slavery in the South, but they say it was none in the North. That's what they say, but it was some up there. But
and just because you ain't a slave by shackles don't mean you're not a slave. But that's a whole nother Kanye West type of
Stay
thing.
woke.
Oh,
third eye open, you know.
Oh,
I don't even need no third eye. I need one eye.
Get him looked on the Christian man.
I see you.
So guys, we're going to take a commercial break right now. Remember to come back so you can find out what's the tea.
Welcome back, ladies, gentlemen, and everything in between. Welcome to the T.
In between.
Oh man.
Yes, you got to include everybody.
Right now, we're on our entertainment part of the show. And right now, I want to talk about the heartwarming Kobe Bryant Memorial Ceremony that went down at the Staples Arena. Speeches were by Shaquille O'Neal, LeBron James, Michael Jordan, and also his wife, Vanessa, followed by a wonderful and brilliant performance by Beyonce. She sang Halo and EXO, and she also stated that EXO was one of Kobe Bryant's favorite songs. So she sung with all her heart, and you can tell that she was very emotional during her performance, just like everyone else. And Michael Jordan's and Kobe's wife had the most saddest speeches to me when I watched the video. What did you guys see it?
Oh my God! To hear her talk about her daughter, like that was one of the ones that touched me with her speech. Just to hear her talk about her daughter, how she would never get a chance to walk her daughter down the aisle, or tell her how gorgeous she is for prom. Like it really did touch me.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, it's very touching.
Yes.
I mean, it's very touching to me, and it's all sad. But I wish we had that same enthusiasm for what goes on right here in the city and state that we're in. I think it's because they be on TV and they got money and we want money and we kind of lean toward these people. But Kobe and his daughter was just like us. I mean, I knew somebody who lost their son just recently. I mean, what's the difference between their son and what happened to them? I had a friend who died in a car crash, got through from the vehicle. The vehicle landed on top of them. Why we don't have that same enthusiasm for our local people as we do for these other people? Is it because of the money?
I don't know, but I know this. My granddad and Whitney Houston died on the same day, hours apart. Mm-hmm. I was at work, I got the call that my grandfather had passed, and I was sad. Like I was like, wow, but I was expecting that to happen because he had been sick. But an hour later, I was like, a customer came in, boo-hooing and sobbing that Whitney Houston had passed. And she didn't say right off the top Whitney Houston had passed. She just was crying. I was asking, was she okay, trying to comfort her. And I was like, what's going on? And she said, Whitney Houston just died. And I lost it. I broke down into tears. So I don't know why celebrities hold a special place in our heart.
We idolize people.
It holds a special
place. That's the whole issue.
I did not idolize Whitney Houston.
But you have to idolize. You never met the woman there in your life, and if you did, you paid for it. And you took a picture with her, and she did like this. She said,
I don't know why.
And that's it. You paid for it.
But one thing about when it comes to celebrities, like you listen to these people every day, you watch their shows every day. You get an emotional connection to these people.
Right.
For me, whenever I'm in a sad mode, I play Tony Braxton's first album. Like it ain't. What you said? 7 whole wings.
7 whole
wings. 7 whole days.
It's an inside.
You have a connection with these people, and Kobe Bryant was also a legend. Like it was so many people. There are so many people that looked up to Kobe Bryant, and he was a staple for basketball. Like you said, basketball.
Fans, I get that. I'm not saying it's a tragedy. Mm-hmm. I was moved by it. Just from knowing how she's gonna have to go through life. All the money is not. In this instance, death don't mean money because he gone. At the end of the day, he was worth millions before. I'm sure he had life insurance, millions after. So they ain't going to be affected in that area, but the human part goes out to them. But I guess wish we had the same enthusiasm and interest in posting and sharing things that are happening here local. People who we have maybe actually really crossed paths with, really have spoke to, or even may not even had an interaction, but they tread at the same streets that we did. It's like we don't really give all that to them the same way we give to these celebrities. And I think it's because celebrities are idolized. They are humans, just like everybody on here is human. They got to do number 1, number 2, they get colds, they get the flu. But I guess because they have money and they're on TV and that's what we see, then people start to put them above the human race. And
I'm not going to say I do that. But, I mean, some people do hold
Jill Scott do wrong in your eyes.
Yes. Like Jill Scott need a stylist. And I would
like her here at the Wetumpka.
We're not going to talk about that. Jill Scott. That is Jill Scott's 20th anniversary of her first album. So she would like her audience to be a little more intimate, which is why she's at the casino in Wetumpka. But back to the topic. Listen.
Right? Let me explain something to you. I was just there. Let me stop it from ringing. point to where we know it's about to be no end, we get ring the bell.
Like, bring it back.
So if y'all happen to tune in, and if we ever do a live segment, another live segment where y'all can interact with us while we're doing it, tell us ring the bell.
Mm-hmm. So, as I was saying, but no, Vanessa is even suing the helicopter company that for what she's suing.
She's trying to get.
It's a list of
She's
stuff.
trying to get the monkey off her back. She's scared they're gonna try to sue her.
Sue her for what?
Sue her for what?
Well, I mean, I don't know the whole story, so I don't really want to get the same facts and stuff. People jump on me.
Yeah.
But I thought that it was his plane. But then somebody said that it wasn't his plane. Then they said it was his plane, but he hired a pilot, and the pilot's still kind of over the plane. But I feel like she gets doing it. So if it was his plane, then they would want to try to sue her.
Well, in one of them, it was future emotional support. Future, it was a lot of stuff that I had never heard of before. I was like, "Whoa, you could sue for that?" But it was touching.
Yeah, you can sue
when you rich, because I know it's a lot of females out here who've been with these dope boys and married to them in relationship, got kids by them, and they can't sue nobody for nothing. You take that L and you going back to business. But
you know why they can't sue?
Free cupcake.
Money.
You know why they can't sue?
Why?
Money.
Because they don't even have the mind frame to think they can sue. I have a cousin, and this is real talk, real life. Ever since I've known her, every year she had about 3 or 4 lawsuits. She'll sue you for looking at her the wrong way.
My cousin too. I got a cousin like that too.
People go ahead and put their lawyers on retainer. You can sue for anything.
Yeah,
man.
But it's the mind frame that people don't think they could. And then even things, I'm sure y'all can think of some things y'all had in y'all lives where now you're like, I could have sued for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
Well, either way it go, it was still a very tragic thing that happened with
was.
COVID. And also, let's not forget the other families and people that are also on board their passenger
Yeah,
plane.
amen.
That also passed away. So
But I feel like it speaks to a bigger issue. Like, why do we like watching funerals on TV? Like, why? I don't like, me personally, it's morbid and it's depressing. And I don't like going to funerals with people I know. Because it's hard, it's sad. But I still kind of put myself to go. But that's when I got to go to this funeral.
Well, I watched Aretha Franklin because they said her legs were crossed.
Didn't watch that either. But like, why is it Aretha Franklin, Prince, all those people, why every time they die, this big broadcast, even with presidents that have been
Because they're
not president.
That's why.
I don't get it.
You'll watch a whole 2-hour Aretha Franklin, but then your little cousin who passed away, you couldn't even make it to the funeral because you felt that it was going to be a long time and you didn't want to be there.
You can go.
You can watch an Aretha Franklin 3-hour funeral. Go to your own people and your own friends and show the same support. Yeah. Because guess what? They're making money off you watching it.
Yeah, and it ain't even the same, even on that aspect. Like, think about the fact that folks who don't go to church because they don't want to be in there all day.
Right.
But you
can sit there and watch the motorcade, all the singing. Oh, Lord, I can't.
Well,
we also had some tragedy that happened also right here in our local city, and let's also pay respect to those that have passed on recently in our community, and also friends and family members of those that have lost loved ones recently.
Keep your heads up.
All right, to change the subject, Doja Cat on female rappers being put against each other. Now, we've heard about this for a long time. We went through Lil' Kim versus Foxy, Lil' Kim versus Nicki, Nicki versus Cardi, Nicki versus The World, Nicki versus you, Nicki versus me, Trina versus Kaya, and let's not forget Azalea Banks.
Against
everybody.
Anybody.
Your mama.
So why is it that female rappers cannot get along? What is that again?
Nobody can get along, whether they're a rapper or not.
Controversy sell.
Right.
Controversy does sell.
Think about this.
Them folk probably friends in real life and talking and laughing the same way we doing right
locally,
now.
Two girls can get into it at the club.
Right.
But who gonna watch that Facebook all day?
This is my thing with Doja Cat. Like, just last year, she was mocking Cardi B on, and I'm not the biggest Cardi B fan, let me just say that. But I watched the video where she was mocking Cardi, like, pray. I saw that. And now you want to change your tune. Like, can we all just get along? But you were saying that when you were being offensive.
But at the same time, are we overly sensitive? I do feel like a lot of these celebrities
is Cardi B overly sensitive?
Extremely.
Because she the one that responded. She keep responding to insults.
And then you got to think about some of these folks always had money.
Well, can y'all just tell me who Doja Cat is? I I want to talk about this. And I want to be in this conversation.
Okay, you ever heard this
I'm
bitch?
sorry, I ain't mean to make you just go to the left.
You heard it, if you can see it from the front, you can see it from the back.
Never heard those.
You work in a club.
I mean, I work at the
swear to
club.
God, you
I
heard
mean,
this.
I might have heard her something.
man.
It
I
just
have
didn't
no
catch
clue.
your ear.
It's
It's
called
called
juice. I got that juice.
Oh,
Well, you a
my
Megan Thee
God.
Stallion fan. But, also Megan Thee Stallion also said out her own mouth that
Wait.
she loves everyone.
Everybody,
She
yeah.
would like to work with everyone. Trina
She
tries
new
to work.
to the thing.
Trina tries to work with everyone. Nikki will work with selective few.
You said
How
who?
you should be.
Nikki.
Hold on. Before Nikki, you said who tried to work for everybody?
Nikki tried to work with anyone. And
No, the who the other person.
Trina tried to work with a few people
Who?
also too. And also Miss
Yeah,
Sally.
no.
You said Trina.
Yes,
Ring the
Trina.
bell.
Well, we not gonna do.
She needs to work with everybody. Like,
Right.
she needs to be working with anybody. Like,
That's my girl. But anyway.
oh man.
But Kaya is Kaya. She's gonna be herself no matter what you do. I
Yeah.
don't care what.
I love Kaya.
You love
I love Kaya.
I like Kaya. I'm gonna tell you why I like Kaya.
Why?
For real. Because she real.
She is real.
She is real. Most of these folks try to sell us this fantasy life. She kind of gets break it down like, look, she kind of like a Tupac of whatever she do.
Tupac.
Well, when I
Tupac
say
is rolling
Tupac-
over his
Oh no! When I say
Wait.
Tupac, I would think of Tupac and Biggie. They were two different people.
Uh-huh.
Tupac kind of rapped about the real life kind of stuff that was going on. Biggie talked about money, fame, all this extra kind of stuff.
But to
So
me,
Kaya-
Tupac was more of a storyteller, and Biggie was more of a
Biggie changed the game for all.
He was more of a lyricist.
I said Billy. Biggie changed the game. First of all, I'm just gonna be real. When he had that song B-I-G-P-O-P, I thought he was saying P-I-G something. I'm just being real. But I rock with Biggie because he really changed the game. They owe everything to Biggie. Biggie came out, he told everybody, look, you ain't gotta wear a bag of clothes, put on a suit, Versace.
I agree with
You
that.
know what I'm saying? Put some Coogee on. Be real classy. Show your money what you got. We on yachts. He changed the game for everybody.
Especially fat men.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He put us on.
So did Tupac in a way since
What
he.
Tupac?
Wait, pause. No, you said that Kaya was the Tupac. Lick it now, lick
Well,
it good.
no, when I say Tupac, I don't mean her
you try to compare that to
accomplishment.
Hail Mary.
I mean, as far as her
And Yum Yum song.
yeah.
as far as
Hey,
her-
Yo-Yo Sauce is the jam.
and her
Wait.
It is
commentary,
a
on her
Other than that hair
commentary,
dryer.
on her commentary and on her lives.
Oh yeah, Mama
I
real
mean,
as
she
hell.
just be real.
Yeah.
And she tell her how
She
it
really
is.
does.
She ain't really living like this fantasy life because she tell
Cause she ain't got it.
Well, even when she had it, we don't know what.
When?
Let me tell you something. We don't know what people got.
My Neck, My Back made
What?
millions for her. She wrote them and produced about herself.
But they said she's still driving around in the same van she had back in 2010.
Well, that's because she keep trying to get into it every
But you
day.
also know that most rich people don't wear Gucci belts.
Well, listen.
They don't buy it.
They don't buy Versace and Gucci. Those who are truly rich. you
Well,
can't
look,
even
Kim
look at
said, y'all know y'all went out and bought it. I ain't have to pay for it.
The
So-
old Lil' Kim or the new Lil' Kim?
The old Lil' Kim.
Oh, okay.
Listen, because I would not know Lil' Kim if I didn't know that this was Lil' Kim. From the Lil' Kim in my era, I would not know this was the same person. She talks different. She looks different. Like, at least Gucci Mane clone looked like him. But this new
Talk
Lil'
like
Kim
him.
clone, I don't know who she is.
Is that why when her and Nicki, had their beef going on, that Nicki kind of surpassed her and also won their battle?
No, it's just because Nicki
It's the way
got
Nicki
real
handled it.
skills.
Nicki, but you have
To
to think
me.
about this. Nicki really didn't go at her like she went at Cardi, like she went at all these other girls.
She did her worst.
They
I
came
mean,
at
I
Nicki
don't
first.
I don't really think that Nicki has really surpassed Lil' Kim.
Why not?
Yeah.
Now, I understand the accolades and I understand the awards, but you have to also look at the time that we're in. It's so much easier now to have access to an artist. Back when Lil' Kim was real big, it wasn't on Facebook, it wasn't on YouTube. It was all about album sales. It was about you really getting out there hustling. So now it's a lot of different ways you can make money and be really put out there. You got people right now who was on YouTube and they making multi-millions now off of just being original off YouTube. So times have changed. So we can't take money and accolades into that. We have to just give due to who was due.
And
Lil'
money
Kim,
changes because the
she
price of
changed the
gold.
game
But think
for
about this: the
everything.
price of gold when Lil' Kim was doing her thing is different from the price of gold now. Like, does it make
Like Brandy and Beyonce. I hate to bring it up. You probably gonna ring the bell on me.
I
But
know.
it's gonna be real quick.
I want.
Brandy and Beyonce. Brandy
Does
was
Brandon
the
still
big-
have her license?
Oh,
Her driver's license.
Oh my God.
today's shade has been brought to you by. Pour it up.
Brandy was the Beyonce of the 90s. Y'all say what y'all want to
No,
say.
she wasn't.
She
Aaliyah
was.
She had a dog,
No,
a
Aaliyah
sitcom,
was.
a
Aaliyah
movie.
was.
Like
Aaliyah
Brandy was that
Aaliyah had
girl.
movies.
She
Aaliyah
got
had two
Disney
movies.
money. That woman
Brandy was actually bigger than
the
Aaliyah.
first African American.
Brandy was that
The
girl.
first African American to be
Cinderella.
Yes.
She played on I Still Know What You Did Last Summer. She played on Scream 3. She had Thea. She had a national
Show.
sitcom, you know, with her own Moesha, which is actually about to get ready to try to do a reboot. I mean, she has done a lot of and
she the vocal Bible.
And she really is the queen of reality TV. Before anybody had reality TV, when Brandy was pregnant with her daughter, Sarah,
the very first one.
She had crews. She was just that important that she had crews following her
while
around.
she was pregnant.
Give Brandy her due. Beyonce, yeah, I get it. Your money is longer. The money you charge for a show now, you weren't charging for in the 90s. Money has changed. A lot of things have changed, but I'm gonna give it to Brandy. I love you.
Once again, that is why some artists are still back there and some artists are still up here, because when the times changed, they changed.
But you can't forget the fact that Nicki breathed life back into female hip hop. We didn't have any hip hop artists that were
as a beast.
Right. Missy had went off for a while for her illness, and and one body else with the popping for real.
They was in jail.
Nicki came out of nowhere and just really took the scene over. Not only that, took it over and made a commercial.
And then she did it better than most men. She outdid a lot of men. Do y'all realize that? That's why I praise Nicki.
What happened now?
Like, Nicki was doing things that most men could not do.
Right.
Do you realize that?
Until Drake came along.
But they were all the same crew. But we're not even going on that.
Young Money.
But she was doing things. She was breaking records that men had not reached to.
Agreed.
Like, in order to get there was a time where y'all remember there was 8 songs played on the radio back to back, and every last one of those 8 songs was not a Nicki song, but it had a Nicki verse.
But the thing about it is she owed her whole career to Usher.
How?
Didn't nobody really know who Nicki was until she was on that song with Usher. Bring up something.
No, I ain't gonna say that.
That's when she really kind of started getting, in my eyes.
When she came out with Itty Bitty Piggy.
Now, you are right. That song did push her over to a more commercial success. It did. It really did.
Piggy is still my jam, even though it was no.
She had a lot of hits,
and that was a mixtape song.
Yeah,
like when Nicki came out, like we were all listening to mixtapes when she came out. Like I don't think the last time I listened to mixtape was when Nicki was on one.
We're gonna have a restriction. We're gonna get one bell ring.
Okay.
I go by how I see it.
Get the bell on because you ring the bell all the time.
Thank you, girl. Now,
but to get back to the topic, I think there is not a female in hip hop thing that they can't get along. I think it's a hip hop thing in general.
Their fans
it's what hip hop people do.
I feel like their fans do. I feel like their fans.
But how we know we don't?
And also the record companies.
How we don't know they get along?
But come on, that shit is entertainment.
When somebody hits somebody in the face with a shoe and make a knot on their head,
entertainment.
I'm not.
No, she got hit in the head.
I think that's
thoroughly entertained.
But
Nicki's bodyguard put that knot.
I think what y'all have to realize.
Well, it's a knot. That's how we know they don't get along.
But I think what we have to realize also entertainment it's really a sales job.
It is.
At the end of the day. So you gonna have competition, and at the end of the day, they can be friends, but it's all about sales.
Right.
And sales, they have to sell their sales, how they look, it's an image, it's everything about them. Right. And when you feel threatened, no different than if you work at a job and you've been doing your job for 12 years and you know how to do it and you've been doing it good and somebody new come on the scene, you're going to try to protect your position.
Sure.
At the end of the day.
By doing your job, not by coming for that girl, though.
You ain't going to come for them, but guess what? If they happen to try and be shady,
you're going to be ready.
You're going to be ready. Because you're going to need an opportunity. So you won't be the bad person.
What else you got, Brandon?
Also, I want to touch on a couple of albums that I love. And Tink dropped an album on Valentine's Day called Hopeless Romantic. It's actually a very nice album. Now, mind you, if you have any stains on your heart, heartbroken, or been through some type of real bad relationship issue, this is the album for you because it really touches home. It really does.
But if you're tired already, don't listen to her music.
All the tracks are not like that.
Because
the majority of them are.
As soon as you come in, she going to give you a power pack Jennifer Hudson performance.
Jennifer Hudson?
You know, wait.
Jennifer Hudson?
We're not going to compare Tink to Jennifer Hudson.
What I'm comparing them to is very strong voices.
Ooh.
And just like I'm going to put Tink, I'm going to put Fantasia, and I'm going to put What's the girl you just
Jasmine Sullivan.
Oh, definitely Jasmine Sullivan.
I love
And
Jasmine Sullivan.
what's the other person we were just
Her
talking
name
about?
is Jennifer Hudson.
Oh yeah, Jennifer Hudson.
Who?
You got a girl who won the Grammy for Dream.
Oh, the Spotlight girl. Okay, go ahead.
She won an Oscar for
something.
Dreamgirls.
I'm
Her
not
very first movie, an
Right.
Oscar.
It was a sympathy Oscar.
Oh, did y'all not?
She won.
Make your point.
She won.
I know y'all
that-
saw Dreamgirls.
She won.
She
that-
deserved it.
She won that after her. She won that after her
Curtis
whole
was supposed to
family
love me.
was tragically murdered, and was my heart still goes out to her. I can only imagine, but that was a sympathy award.
It couldn't have been. Like, she did an awesome
She was
performance.
she was my favorite person.
Well,
in
let me
Dreamgirls.
just say this, and then we can move on.
Okay.
First of all, they have been trying to remake Dreamgirls for years, and the only thing that held them up was they could not find anybody to play Effie White.
Yeah.
And they found this person to play Effie White, and that's when Dreamgirls went into production. And when it came out, she did an amazing job,
She did.
and she won the Oscar for that.
She did, and
Okay.
she did an amazing job showing what the industry don't want.
Come on.
And that's it for my part of the show. Jesse, let's
So
hear
we're
about
going to
that
move on to
fashion.
fashion.
Yes, fashion, clothing, buying, purchasing, purchases, receipts. Okay,
Mhm.
so polyester, those twins. All right, so we are in Fashion Week for what, fall, winter 2020. So pretty much where it goes is from February the 6th to the 13th is New York Fashion Week. And then from the 14th to the 18th is London's Fashion Week. And then from the 18th to 24th of February is Milan's Fashion Week. And then now we have Paris Fashion Week, which is February 24th all the way to the March 4th.
Paris? Yes.
Paris. Paris. Yeah.
Do they eat snails? Go ahead.
Talking about clothes. All right. So now here's the thing about Fashion Week. Those clothes are really, really nice and pretty, but you can't wear that to like, you can't wear that. Can we cuss? You can't wear that shit around here. Ain't nobody wearing that.
I don't know. They got some new latex, some latex inflatable pants I might want to wear.
Wait, what? Latex?
I mean,
since everybody is, well, let's just look at this panel. Like, ain't none of us Versace styles. It's like,
this is true.
Well, no.
Okay.
We're gonna take. Ain't none of us got the money to be Versace size.
I ain't got no money.
I got the coin. I just ain't got the body.
He can make them. He can make them for you if you
Yeah,
got the coin.
oh, yes,
So-
yeah, true. But pretty much what I'm going to talk about is Fashion Week. I feel like when a lot of times people talk about Fashion Week, they talk about, oh, this designer and that designer. I'm going to talk about fashion as it relates to us. So we're going to talk about my favorite topic, shoes.
Hey,
Shoes.
I'm with it.
Shoes. Alrighty. So does everybody know who Travis Scott is?
Yes, I
Who?
do.
Travis Scott.
I think he rap or something, right?
He raps.
Yes.
And if you are not aware of his musical career, that's Kylie Jenner's baby daddy.
Who?
Kylie Jenner.
Oh, that's the
That's the baby
oh,
daddy.
wow, yeah, I know.
That's the baby.
Hey,
Yeah.
Travis.
Yeah. Okay. So Travis, a lot of things that's really going on with fashion right now is collabs. Like you got to work with somebody. We've seen it with Rihanna, with Puma. We've seen it with Rihanna and Puma. Remember when Rihanna came out?
I'm talking about no Puma. You said who?
Rihanna. Riri.
Oh, I remember her.
Oh, God, my glass is empty. Damn it. Alrighty.
No, don't pay no mind Rihanna. We love you, Rihanna. Okay?
We
Don't
do,
pay
but
that
His
mind.
name is Ramon.
You come
So
out
when
with
you go in those
Ramon.
comments, y'all let Ramon have it. About
Please
y'all
and thank
favorite
you.
celebrities.
Because I
Yeah.
love you guys. Some
But-
of you.
I mean, go ahead.
Yeah,
She
but me
did-
and Ramon were having a conversation about tennis shoes.
Mhm.
And Ramon, pretty much, okay, so the Travis Scott, I think there was some 5s, some Jordan 5s or whatever. But anyway, no, there was some Dunk Lows
Yes.
to 1s. I sent everybody the picture. The shoes are, well, I'm going to be real. Them shoes ugly as the fuck. Them shoes so ugly. They ugly. We can't say
No,
that.
they don't look good. We can't say
They
that.
ain't cute.
We can't say that, but
They ain't
they don't
cute.
look good.
They ain't cute. But now, from a
Yeah, beautiful
business
design.
standpoint, the shoe cost about $150 when it came out. But now, if you go on StockX and all those reseller websites, that shoe is going for $1,000 plus in just one day.
Who got $1,000+ pair?
They better walk on water and on air.
See,
Nah.
it's a lot of things I do. But
Well, there's some
$1,000.
grand girl that they got them in their closet.
Study.
The sad thing about fashion to me is that
Hit
and
back on tomorrow.
maybe I have a different because I'm not a fashionista, whatever they call people.
Yeah.
I'm very plain. My personality is already big, so I feel like I can't really wear vibrant clothes and all kind of big stuff that y'all be trying to pull off. You know, I can't do it. But then
Says the guy who's telling me he a figure right now.
Right.
Okay.
Okay.
Moving on. Go ahead. Make your point.
but this is not a label.
It's the clearance rack for me. I'm sorry. What if you got on
It's the
clearance on
biggest,
sale?
one of the
I'll be there
biggest
for it.
American
But
labels.
it's not a real label like the girls
It
go up
is.
for. It's not Dior and Versace and
But I
whatever.
mean,
They
you
don't
gotta
have to
think
go for it because the
And what's
price
the
tag
belt?
speaks
What
for
the
itself.
belt be saying? MCO, a mochaccino, cappuccino.
MCM.
Cappuccino.
What's the name
He's
of
my
it?
Moschino.
Well, you know,
But
I can't
Moschino
afford
is a good-
them.
Jamocha?
I don't know. I mean, I've never.
Moschino is an affordable
Cause
label,
honestly,
though.
I thought they was wearing like a state when I first saw a boy with it. I was like, is that a state initial?
I
Or
can't.
something? What is this? And now you just educated me, but I'm not.
And that's what we're here for, to educate each other.
But why? I mean, but fashion.
Well, here's the thing I hate
Just
about
wear something, make something expensive to me, and it's gonna be fashion. You can put this. I can put my glass right here, and if I
that's-
say this glass
but-
is $3,000, you're gonna have people trying to buy this glass because it's the statement. It's not even about the glass.
But there's the difference between fashion and style.
Well, educate me because I'm
Okay. Fashion is pretty much, we don't call them names, but we know those girls who will go out and buy a whole outfit of the
Still.
same label and be looking to spend $700, and the girls go up for her because mama done spent $1,000 on an outfit. Nobody's telling mama that don't fit right, that ain't the color for you, don't wear that print. And there's some girls who we know who will actually go and put on a Versace shirt with some Prada shoes and mix all those labels together, but that's not really fashion. Fashion is pretty much like, this is the label, this is what's put out. Fashion is in season.
Okay.
It's in season. I consider fashion to be trendy, whereas style evolves. If you can look at your picture of yourself in a picture of yourself 10 years from now, like 10 years in the past,
Oh, God.
and be like, ooh,
Boot cut. Go ahead.
where's that shirt? But you know, sometimes you look at pictures, ooh, where that shirt
Oh, I
at?
still got my shirt in the ad.
But see, guess what that is? That style, because you know certain items too. But you also have some items that you can get to Goodwill and Plato's Closet that you know for a fact, girl, I'm not with this no more.
Well, I can't take some players' closet. Nobody my size. But go ahead. It'll never sell.
Back to shoes. All right. So the thing about the shoes is like there are a lot of like, you know, Dior. Everybody loves those Balenciaga dad shoes that are $1,500. Giuseppe's. Everybody loves those, but those are not attainable for everybody. But it is tax season, so spend it how you want it.
Listen.
Okay.
But real talk, I was in the store with my homeboy in Walmart, and he had on some Giuseppe's, and he had been talking about them for years. Oh, Giuseppe's. And in my mind, because I can't afford that kind. I'm just a normal working class person. I can't afford expensive stuff.
You can afford it. You just rather pay bills.
Okay, but we walked in Walmart, and it was two guys walking by, and guess what the first thing they said?
It's them Giuseppe's.
It's them Giuseppe's. Immediately, they
Yeah.
already, and I was really taken aback because I would have, if I saw somebody with them shoes on, I would never even knew who they was. In my mind, they honestly to me,
Probably one of the
that
most
cute.
Yeah, and they're probably one of the and I hate to say this, those Balenciaga shoes are probably the most hideous shoes I've ever seen. And I'm a Jordan fan. I like shoes. I like shoes, period, whether it's Jordan, Puma, Reebok. I've been known to wear like $200 shoes. I've been known to wear $20 shoes.
But I will say that kind of stuff does attract. I never thought it does, but it attracts people.
Mhm.
I mean, really, if you have on a $500 pair of shoes, people will be attracted to you.
Just because you have
Just
a $500 pair of
because
shoes.
you have a $500. So I think it's more almost not kind of investment.
Yeah.
Really?
And that's the thing where it's turning into now, especially, well, with clothes, because clothes are so trendy in and out, you can't really do that unless you got something that's couture, like
Right.
a couture dress that, like we can wear this, like the J-Lo dress that we saw at the MTV Awards that everybody still loves that damn dress. But like, it's couture, it's, it's vintage. But like, what about things that you wear now? Like, okay, so the foam posits, I sent everybody the black, white, red foam posits. Everybody knows at least one hood nigga or some child or ghetto person that has a pair of foam posits. Now, those are the most hideous shoes.
Are all the shoes that look like it got the fire coming up from them or something?
They have different versions of it. The fire coming up from it. The ones that look like a Doppler radar.
They just look real big.
Yeah.
Okay.
Those shoes will be coming out on March the 5th. And they're attainable. They're $230.
They're attainable for who?
I mean, think about it.
Because I can't afford a $200.
But see, this is what you're thinking. What you're thinking, you can't afford $230 shoes. Because keep in mind, shoes come out. Jordans, Foam Pots, all those shoes, Hirachis, all those shoes come out. There's a new shoe come out every single week. So if you're on top of it, and you know, like, I know there's a shoe that comes out for my birthday on March 28th that I want. So I know, like, I have to say, look for that shoe now. Does it make sense? But you also, it comes with priorities. Some people like to buy property. Some people like to buy furniture. Some people like to buy hoes.
Cars.
Some of us like to buy shoes.
Boys.
Some people like to buy iPhones.
Listen. Some people like to buy bills.
Bills. Wine. But now, so there's another shoe that's coming out. Virgil, he's a black designer, used to be with Louis Vuitton and all those other people. He's a black designer, so we should support him. He's the creative director and owner of the start of Off-White, which is a very, very label. If you've seen everybody walk around with those yellow belts that look like they look like the little belts, little nylon belts.
I know what you're talking about.
And they got Off-White all on them. Most people wear them around their stomach. They're like a little statement piece, a little $300 for a belt. But, you know.
You want one?
Not at all.
I thought they were just advertising how small their waist was. I didn't know. So wait a minute.
What?
So this was actually a fashion.
This is actually a fashion
So they
statement.
have a long piece of measuring tape.
Yeah, it looks like measuring tape. Yeah, that's it.
No, it is measuring tape.
It's nylon.
With measuring tape on it.
But it's fashion. It's trendy. You're not wearing it in 3 years.
But who wore it to make it trendy? Normally it's a celebrity or
Celebrities.
Normally who they idolize to wear it.
Can I get it at Home Depot or Lowe's?
You can with some stencils.
Or Build-A-Bear.
But see, that's where style comes in at. Because at the same time, I can buy that $5,000 belt, but I can also go to Home Depot and make a belt that's similar to that and it appeals to me. That's the difference between style and fashion. Whereas I can honor the
nowadays, style, fashion, these girls they put on a orange shirt and some brown pants and some green and yellow shoes.
And the girls tell them they
a
beat.
burgundy. Y'all are setting y'all people up for failure. I'm just letting y'all know that. Them folk fashion, y'all be really looking a fool, and they be really talking about. Can I say a fool?
A fool.
Okay, y'all really be looking a fool, but guess what? I give y'all props. Not because it be cute, but that y'all have the confidence
and
to make it work. And really confidence sells and win people over. So
and that's the thing.
And sometimes I wish I had that kind of
with fashion, you have to have confidence because we all know it's hideous.
I've seen a girl walk in the club with some.
She's selling it though.
I done seen a girl walk in the club with them. What them call them? Bear claw house shoes with the claws and the nails on it. And she walked through and bitch, the people just go up, bitch. Oh, good. She done walk through with the walk. She done. I'm telling you the truth.
I can't.
I'm just being real.
Now, these Off-White sneakers debuted at Fashion Week.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
They're the Jordan 5s. Now, he put some out last month. They were black. They were cute.
Every week, though, Jordan put a shoe out.
Yeah, but the thing about Off-White is very exclusive. It's almost like the new black Versace, the new black Louis Vuitton.
I believe it.
I do feel like, yes, Virgil has a lot of creative content because he made the first, I think if I'm not mistaken, don't drag me if I'm wrong, but like, you remember the first Yeezy tennis shoes?
A lot of people pay to look dingy.
Yeah, that's who Kanye talks to.
Help me, I'm about to follow.
But back to these shoes. Okay, so now these shoes are projected to come out late summer.
Dingy. They're like dingy shoes. It looked like he put some white shoes in the washing machine with a lot of bleach, and they came out yellow. That would have been.
Or like, you know, when you play the red dirt with your whites,
and
you wash it off.
That would look. So y'all take y'all white Air Force Ones.
They're not white. They're Off-White.
I know.
Mother
go
pearl.
Outside. Go down to McCalla or to Bessemer, Alabama. Get a little red dirt. Put it on your shoe, and then come back with some Palmolive, because that's what y'all using, Palmolive, and wipe it off.
Palmolive.
I use Dawn because Dawn cuts grease.
When are the shoes coming out and how much are they?
Well, here's the thing about a lot of these collabs. Anybody who buys tennis shoes, they change it. So right now they're saying late summer.
Okay.
When the shoe comes out, it's going to be $225. Now, he had a shoe come out earlier this month.
Mm-hmm.
Well, earlier February. That shoe came out $25, but the current resale value of the shoe is $800.
Oh, that ain't bad. Travis Scott, in the event that you ever tune in to the TTV.
And Virgil.
We would love to promote your shoe with our shoe cam.
Yes.
So guess We love you, Travis.
Size 12 and 13.
So listen.
13 over here.
I don't want them. So listen. We want to say thank you guys so much. We had so much fun today. Thank you for tuning in with us. You can catch us on Roku under Smash Bros Entertainment. You can also catch our YouTube channel at the TV 205. Thank you so much. Tune in next time so you can find out what's the tea.
Tea.
Bye.
Bye-bye.